Hey guys, grabbing the brisket on scene at the NBBQA here at Jolotes, Texas. This is Pedrati's Ranch. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but it's a pretty cool little setup.
You're not saying it correctly. It's right.
Is it Italian?
No, it's the
Pedrati's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I didn't read what the sign said when he came in. But you are right, James. We are here at the NBBQA, the 2024 season. I guess is a closeout. This is the annual get-together. Obviously, they have more they put out each year, but this is the big one, right?
Oh, yeah, this is the party.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, so it's here in San Antonio, Texas, and we have had, well, I mean, like, it's the who's who, right, in barbecue. If you're here to learn, you're here to hobnob, you're here to market your new product, whatever it is in cooking, in barbecue, in seasonings, or whatever you can think of, in marketing.
Is this like the Pro Bowl of? Yeah. Or is it like the what's the NBA version, the All-Star game or
All-Star break?
Yeah, but kind of. But it's also an award show, right? This is to come back after a season of 2023. This is a recap of 2023, what we're going into right now, and then it's to be recognized as well, right? So there's an award ceremony tonight, or tomorrow night. I'm not sure. Tonight they have a cook-off out here, the SEA State Cook-Off, which. Yep, that's right. We're cooking. And plus all of the classes going on out here. This is going to be a badass weekend, a long weekend. Can't wait to get it started.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We had early this morning, we had Tuffy Stone as a keynote speaker. And then throughout the day, there's just different Jan-Ed classes, but just basically lectures that, it's not lectures, but lectures that you can be a part of to learn about. I think we just learned about competition, not competition, but bottling your own sauces, the co-packing, and right? And, what you should do, shouldn't do, any and all the questions. It was pretty interesting to be a part of.
Is that it?
Yeah, no, I'll stop talking.
Damn. Okay.
It was very abrupt.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
And I'm done.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, all the guys that got out here teaching all this stuff, too, are guys that have been through it and done it and all that kind of
Correct.
shit.
So that's right. This place is kind of badass, man. It has like an old Western front on this building, and it's obviously, it's a very, very nice building with multiple halls inside. And we're taking up the entire facility. We have multiple grand halls that we've taken up, I believe, in this thing. And, but the outside of it does look very Western-y.
Yeah, it's got like the old town Western vibe.
1800s, right?
Yeah.
So... this is it's a really cool venue. Behind us, we have lots of smokers. We've got some. Is that an old hickory over there, or a what's the big Art J&R?
Yeah,
you're talking about the Dallas Cowboy pit.
Yeah, that's right. Dallas Cowboy J&R out here, but we've.
I don't see a 49ers one.
No, that's because it's not a thing.
Well, that's because the 49ers are busy getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
We'll see.
I don't know.
I did see the live fire setup with Alfregoni over here. His equipment's already set up and ready to go, which he'll be here as hanging out. And Saturday is live fire demonstrations, which we'll definitely be covering that. I mean, maybe we'll be, emceeing part of that. Hopefully.
That is the plan, yeah.
So just got to keep between the mayonnaise and the mustard. Can't drink too much. We are drinking right now, though, so I'm going to say a big cheers to you guys. It's been a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
Booyah.
We rolled in last night. They were already cooking out here on them live fire smokers. They did a little competition last night, Boar's Night Out, and then Mike Starr and some folks from OBR out there doing their thing. So it was pretty cool.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Hey, also, I did mention the steak cook-off, but there's also a tri-tip cook-off, which I've got to really see what the particulars are in that. I've never been a part of a tri-tip cook-off, or how that works or what. I'm assuming, I don't know. Do you get to buy the tri-tip, or are they going to provide it? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how.
We should probably investigate some of this.
Definitely. We're going to cook tri-tip how we normally cook tri-tip, but I'm wondering. I bet somebody's going to cook it like a brisket, right? They're going to smoke
205.
it. 205.
Yeah, no.
Wrap it halfway.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You could do that. Listen, nothing wrong with doing searing it up and then wrapping it. But you got to go to the 135. Right. 140. You got to be a steak.
Yeah. Like John mentioned earlier about the little live fire. I think it was Prairie Fresh put on this cooking competition last night where, from what I gathered, we showed up a little bit late, so we weren't really a part of how that process worked in the beginning. But what it sounded like, Prairie Fresh had a whole mess of their meats, and then it was you basically, I don't know if it was they drew straws, or you
Right.
pick something, then they pick something, then you go back and forth. So the Mike and all those guys, they had just different meats that they cooked. But the one thing I kind of found like nerve-wracking is like Tuffy Stone and the gentleman from the Rib Cook-Off Association, they're judging the whole thing. And it's like a TV show. You know, you walk up, you present their food, and then you sit there and watch them eat it, and then they judge and critique. And man, I was nervous for those people.
Right.
Damn, I wish I
Yeah,
could be
they're
part of
standing
that.
there watching it. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
That'd be
I
awesome.
sat at the wrong table. I was over there eating those little tacos, which were good. But yeah, they had a plate full of beef ribs and quesadillas, all kinds of shit up there. I was
Damn.
like, I want that one.
Damn it, dude. We got to
Yeah.
get part of that. We got to get
Right.
in this thing, invest. We got to kick some ass.
Yeah. Who do we need to talk to?
Like Kale.
I think,
Was
we,
it
I
Kale?
think we probably know the people. That's right.
Yeah.
The NBBQA. This is the reason why we're here, which obviously we love supporting these guys. They support us. We support them. And we love being able to talk about every single thing they put out each week with a newsletter. Kel and his family, Janet. I mean, it's amazing how much work they do. And it's a testament to watch this thing grow and be a part of the growth out here and see how this thing is evolving, from one year to the next year. And they are making changes. It's not the status quo. They're not going to sit back and say, well, we're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. They're going to bring in keynote speakers, Tuffy Stone. They're going to change it up. I mean, we've been a part of the whole hog class or a lamb class and breaking down lamb and how that's a very sustainable product that is growing in the market for everyday consumers. But yeah, just looking out here, like I said, I can't wait to run around this whole place, introduce myself, and just how can I get involved?
Yep.
So that's kind of the you got to have that mentality, I think, when you're at one of these events. You can't be the wall flower, right? You can't just sit back and you can, but everything is about what you put into it, and I think we learned that the first year we were out, and you've really got to just put yourself out there, and everybody's so eager to spread their journey and their message and their product, and we're eager to do the same thing. So
Yeah, you almost couldn't be a wallflower out here if you wanted to, because somebody's gonna come talk to you.
yeah, they are.
They're-
They're like,
they're gonna-
I tried. I tried to sit over there in the corner, but they just wouldn't let me do it.
that is.
Yeah, that's what happens. I got the Meet the Masters event coming up. They didn't do that the last time we were here, but I guess they did do it last year. And it's basically speed dating with barbecue badasses
That's right.
and people like us.
That's right. So are you going to speak on that, John? Are we?
I was just bringing it in, and thought we'd all
Okay.
like to talk about it maybe
Yeah,
a little bit.
we got invited, so we are in the invite to be a part of this class, to be a part of a panel, I guess, where I guess we're one of the groups you can come date for a while, right? So I'm looking to just I'm just going to say something funny, but I don't want to.
What are you looking for in
I don't wanna-
a
I don't want to go that far. I'm really into like slow cooks,
Yeah.
slow
Right.
barbecue.
It's more
cooks,
about us just finding about them. So we're going to ask them the tough questions, like, hey,
I don't.
I don't think that's how it works.
We're being asked the question.
Yeah, they ask us.
oh, I thought we asked them the questions.
I guess you could.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like back and forth, right? It's give and take.
I think it's-
you got to be able to
yeah.
give some to
Yeah.
get some, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if he
Hey,
needs
we're all trying to get
don't
some.
talk,
That
James.
would-
You shouldn't talk at the table.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's my
so
first time dating.
What's your sign? Yeah.
I haven't dated in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time I dated, I wasn't old enough to drink.
Don't,
Last
don't
time I
ask me.
dated, I got married.
Exactly.
Don't ask any questions. just sit back, man. No, I love it. Hey, so where are you from? What's your name? When'd you get here?
Yeah, please take a card.
What's your phone number?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So we're part of the master class there to get to
You
have
vote
the,
Republican or Democrat?
Okay, no, you've gone too far. You've gone too far. Yeah, and we don't care. I
Yeah.
mean, kind of we do, but
It's fine.
We're not talking about it. But yeah, like I said, that's kind of something new for us, right? Something new that
Yeah, it's very cool.
We talked about, like, dude, when are we going to be able to let's get up there? And then I walk off a little bit, and then John, I walk up, and John's like, I guess
Yeah,
you
you spoke
into,
that into existence. Yeah.
There it is.
Kel walked over as soon as you left and was like, "Hey, you two want to do Masters? Meet the Masters?" I'm sorry, you three.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. I see.
I
What's
told
happening.
John
Yeah.
once it starts, we're going to sit down. And I'm like, I got to go to the bathroom. And me and Jan are just going to leave and go to the bathroom and leave John at the table.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right.
I would literally
That'd
die.
be fine. It'd be good. You would do great. Man.
Yeah.
You got this.
I mean, literally, they're going to have questions about the podcast. And, we listened to a comedian the other day. Is like, we don't even actually know how this stuff works. Like, if John just leaves
It
tomorrow,
dies. If John
we don't know
dies-
how any of it works.
Yeah. You got to take care of John.
That's how I keep my whatever.
Not true. It's all color coded now. We're good. We're good. You made it foolproof, man. So we've got a badass little setup. We're on the patio. And
weather's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's
San Antonio.
Texas.
San Antonio's kind of weird.
No,
right?
it's not. It's
Is
great.
it? Nah.
It's all right.
It is.
Great.
It's pretty okay.
Me and John went to the Twin Peaks yesterday before we got up here before the mixer. It was just weird. It was a weird Twin Peaks.
It was because there was nobody in there and still the service sucked.
Yeah. We waited for like 20 minutes.
Maybe
We're
that's
like,
why there's nobody who's in there.
no, there's like 20 girls just standing around sitting nothing or talking to their boyfriends or something like at tables or whatever. Yeah, I was like,
Literally.
what's happening here?
I would raise my hand like, who the fuck wants to serve somebody? Let's go, ladies.
Yeah. Two
Get your
questions.
ass-
First off, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. And
your ass
second
in
question, why is there red stuff all over our glasses?
Right. There was like tahine from
There's
somebody's
like
last
red,
drink all
red
over our beard.
seasoning on our glasses. I'm like,
Oh,
come on, man.
I would have kicked it back. Like,
I was like,
no.
your dishwasher, you got to change that filter out or something. Something's not
not right.
catching
Yeah.
everything. All in all, I mean, it was, you know, the food was like, all right. I mean, the beer was cold. That was the best part.
Yeah, the beer was cold.
Next
There's
time, just sit at the bar like a normal
We
person.
should have.
We should have for sure.
Quit fucking around. It's the way you're supposed to do it. You don't want to wait. Those people running around. They take forever. The bartender, they're on top of shit.
That's true.
And they can't leave. They have to stay behind the bar.
Words of wisdom. Always sit at the bar.
Always sit at the bar.
You didn't say, how was your trip coming in, man? You got in kind of late last night.
Got in late. Chicago was nice. A little chilly, but I think the high was like 35 or something while I was there or something. But it was great. It's in Northbrook. You know, our corporate office is there, and just had a great time. Just really, it's a sales meeting that I was at, and just, you know.
Office up there.
Okay, cool. But yeah, great trip. I've been flying around a lot lately. Maybe flying out again, maybe in a week or so. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm really starting to be a little bit of a jet setter here lately. And
Yeah. Racking up those airline miles, right?
I am. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I've got some accounts going. So,
Did you try any of that pizza in Chicago?
dude, I went to this Barnaby's. Okay, let's just talk about that for a second. Barnaby's Pizza, Northbrook, Chicago, Illinois, or Northbrook, Illinois. It wasn't bad pizza.
Was
but
it the
was
deep
like,
dish thing?
Nope. It was they did a thin crust, which I'm into thin crust, but it was like a pizza crust. They did. I mean, the pizza had all these little waves in it. The crust did almost like a pie crust would be, and it was real thick and real crunchy, like too crunchy, and it was like, you know, if you got bad teeth, you can't eat there. I'll tell you that. You got to be. I saw a lot of people in there like trying to chomp down
Gumming
on
on it.
and they were like just like kept sucking on it and throwing it back in their tape and
Just dipping it in the
Yeah.
beer or the water,
Right.
just like soften it out.
Yeah, I mean, it was just
What
it was
the
okay. It was
hell?
okay pizza, but the really screwed up thing was when we sat down at the table, this lady, and I can't remember her name, bartender, and she just stood behind this bar. There's no stools at the bar, so you could just walk up to the bar. That was it. And we just looked at her, and we kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally she makes a picture of water and all these glasses and fills everything up, and she's like, in her Chicago accent, you know, I can't even like do it maybe, but I mean, I was just like, your water's over here, you know, wherever. I was just like, okay, like you're gonna bring it or do we get it? And she's like, it's 3 feet, and I'm like, okay, great. So I get it, I sit down, and I'm like, so do we order? She's like, yeah, we start you a tab. So we get a tab, but then we had to keep going up there. She wouldn't bring you anything. She didn't move. She just stayed there. Just here you go. And I'm like, okay, great. So
Arms length, that's it.
yeah, okay. So okay, great, whatever. So I go up. I was like, okay, we're gonna order some food. She goes, no, you got to go down there. I'm like, what? Okay. Do we have waiters here? No. They have 2 different areas. I could run a tab at the bar, but I had to go pay for my pizza up front.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if you want to buy appetizers for the table, you got to pay for that. And then you got to go back and sit down and wait for that shit to come out. Then you got to go back up there and order whatever you're going to eat. It was just it was a horrible mess. Not well ran, and yeah, it is what it is. Hey, so if you get a chance, check out Barnaby's in Northbrook, Illinois, and let me know what your thoughts are. This
Raving
little-
reviews.
Yeah, let me know. It was like out of the pizza, I'm going to say about a 5.5, 6 out of 10.
How's the beer?
Barnaby's. Is that like a chain or is it just?
I hope not.
It's like John Barnaby up there in
I cannot-
Chicago or whatever.
Yeah, he's like, I am the pizza
The
man.
3-ring circus,
Northbrook,
just like,
Illinois.
good
Yeah,
Lord.
I don't think so. I think it's like a one-off little thing. I don't think he's got multiple locations running like that. I can't imagine somebody having multiple locations, like self-serve. Like
Right.
the only way it could have been worse was like, all right, go to the kitchen, make your own pizza, okay?
It's a new rage.
Go get with Louie.
You guys work here, and you pay me.
Yeah, right.
It's like a money laundering scheme. Like
It is.
just like Mattress Firm.
That's what Mattress Firm. What else is there? Another one. It's like, come on, man. Nobody ever goes in there.
Yeah, there's like 500 million mattress firms everywhere. There's like Mattress Firm across the street from Mattress Firm, and you're like, and you see nobody in there.
There's three within like there's in Pasadena. There's three within like a block.
Yeah, nobody's buying that many mattresses.
You need that many storefronts.
Right.
Y'all should talk to each other.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
Be a normal human being and keep your mattress for 20 years.
Forever.
Forever.
covered
It
in,
should
like,
weigh 10 times as much as it did when you bought it.
Exactly. All the dead skin and sails.
Disgusting.
So gross.
Yeah. Okay. Well, enough about that.
We'll wrangle it back in. Yeah, glad you made it in safe. You got in kind of late. The
right at
party
11
was
o'clock.
going strong
Dude,
in
it
the
was like-
bar there at the hotel.
They were raging. Raging. It was almost a fight. Like people were arguing over some stuff. I don't want to talk about that. I don't know what their beef was, but it was an issue. A lot of alcohol, and I think the NBBQA. I've never even heard this before, but they basically told the bar, "You're staying open till 2 a.m. Every night. We don't care." The bar closes like 11 p.m.
Yeah, they had it extended for us. Oh.
So it's like
Such a cool idea.
I didn't know you could do that at a hotel.
I've tried. They usually say
Also,
no.
They say no.
Also, you could just bring your own liquor, right? Because John Mann had just a giant, like 1.5 liter of Weller's
Just
bourbon
sitting on the table.
just sitting on the table. And
You can do
2
whatever
feet
you
away
want.
is like a freaking full bar.
Yeah, it's a hotel. You do whatever you want.
Okay,
You're not like a bar.
all right, true. Like if you walk like 2 feet out of the bar
Right.
area,
Now you're in the lobby.
Now you're in the lobby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell, you can take naps in lobbies. I don't know if you knew that.
They had the bottle of Weller's at the bar last night.
Right.
Yeah, no, I do that all the
Yeah,
time.
you do that.
I'll do that probably tonight.
Them's are hotel rules, I guess. I just didn't know. Maybe we should do an episode on hotel rules, just like airport rules.
I don't.
Probably. Yeah,
It's
that
weird.
seems relevant.
I think there's no.
This seems like probably a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riveting.
Yeah.
Can't wait to.
One of those episodes where these guys don't come with any topics, and then we're gonna visit all the rules.
Yeah, we're gonna go into like a stay bridge.
We'll get
or
one of
something.
the ladies that cleans the rooms
Yeah.
to come on as a guest.
Hey.
So,
hey,
are
Peggy.
you really changing the sheets every time? Or
Hey.
Let's just do that. Let's just rent a hotel room one time and just set up the podcast in the hotel room.
Wait for them to come. Housekeeping. Hello, Peggy. Thanks for stepping in. I need you to answer a few questions.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is the full service. No, this is the
You sound kind of
housekeeping.
creepy.
No,
Yeah.
my creative juices aren't flowing.
Need some more beer. I think beer will help that out a little bit. Listen, I'm eager to get off this mic and go walk around a little bit and go see. Just stay with us because this is going to be a wild ride for the next 3 days of just kicking ass, taking names. We're gonna kill this cook-off. They don't think we're gonna win. We know we're going to. Well, we're gonna do our best. How about that?
Yeah, and then just I guess preface it a little bit with this is probably going to be broken down into several different episodes. So
could be.
there'll be
Yeah.
a couple of part 1s, 2s, and 3s. And
more than likely, yeah.
so
Well,
there it is.
Let's go,
I don't know
guys.
how to stop talking, so
Yep, that's it. It's just like that.
and.
done.
Smoking meats isn't just cooking, it's an art form. The aroma, those deep flavors, the patience, it's a whole experience.
And behind every great artist, there's the right set of tools. If you're aiming to build your own barbecue pit or dreaming of a custom design tailored just for you, SmokerBuilder.com has your back.
Led by Frank Cox, their expertise is unmatched. Offering blueprints, kits, and insights, they turn every barbecue dream into a flavorful reality.
Imagine your backyard, the center of attention, and at the heart of it, a smoker that's uniquely yours.
It's more than just equipment. It's about crafting those unforgettable moments. And with the guidance of Frank and his team, you're setting the stage for magic.
So whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or taking your first steps into the smoky world,
Head over to SmokerBuilder.com, fill up your carts, and be sure to use the promo code GRABTHEBRISKET in all caps to receive your 10% discount. Smoke on. Okay. Well, hey, like promised, we were back at it here at the NBBQA, the 2024 edition here in San Antonio, Texas, and we ran into our friend here. We had him on last year where maybe there was a proclamation of emancipation talk, but we have
Tripp.
Tripp with it's the fire.
Tribal Fire
Yep.
Game Changer, which I don't think we even talked about the Game Changer last time.
We did not.
We did not.
Yeah, we need to get into this.
No, I know.
I hear it's a game changer.
It is.
Yeah.
So
is.
welcome aboard, man. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, good to be back. Thanks for having me back. I can't believe you would have me back, but I appreciate it. And let's get it on.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you think? We could talk about the Tribal Fire Grill again, which is grillin360.com. We're going to be grilling on that here. But we were talking about the Game Changer Smoker. You guys
That's right.
were kind of interested in that. Didn't know anything about it, so I'll tell you what it is. It's a commercial smoker, so it's for your food service in your restaurants. And, hot smoke, cold smoke, dehydrate, retherming cabinet. Doesn't require a hood because it's fully electric and no combustion. Pellets are used for not BTUs, but flavor. So it's a very unique approach. It's the way of the new world with commercial smokers down.
Yeah, no,
awesome.
and so I'm just trying to paint a picture here. This is a cabinet style smoker that
Kind of looks like a warming cabinet, right?
So
Yeah.
I was just going to say that this thing is fully programmable. So you can set this thing for like whatever type of smoke time you want, right? And I'm not sure how big the auger is, or not. Or maybe there's not an auger, whatever that actually churns the pellets for the smoked flavor.
Yeah, and here's kind of stepping back and a little lesson on smoking. And when you buy a smoker, when you go out and buy whatever smoker you end up with at home or wherever, there's two really important factors when you buy a smoker, and that's your smoke density and your smoke purity, your ash count. How much carcinogen gets carried with the combustion of your fuel source. Well, we looked at all the types of fuel sources, and at the end of the day, the pellet is the most clean fuel source out there. It's going to be a uniform size. There's no bark. There's no dirt. It is what it is. So I know that 1 cup of pellets equals 1 hour of smoke in the Game Changer smoker. And that smoke, because of our 2 patents on our smoke generator, that smoke is the most pure white smoke. It's almost blue. And the density is to where you can hold your hand up in front of your face when you open that cabinet and not be able to see it. And then back to the carcinogen level and the ash count, what's really important with that is the fact that we don't combust our pellets. The pellets are smoldered at a temperature of 756 degrees, which allows us to pull all of that flavor out of the fuel, but leave all of the wood behind. All that. So when you see what's the spent pellet come out, it's the same size as it was when it went in, except it's not brown, it's pitch black. And that black stuff is called biochar. It's great for your gardens. Your tomatoes will be this tall. So it's a negative carbon footprint on top of everything else. So it's a really unique approach to smoking.
That's badass.
Dude, my mind is blown. I just assumed it was like, hey, it's just like a cabinet with a pellet smoker on the side. This is totally different.
Yeah,
totally
this is what happens when you get a chef like myself and some big-brained engineers in Indiana together. And this is made in the United States. It's one of the few smokers made in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool in that regard. We make them in Tippecanoe, Indiana. That's a real place.
Tippecanoe.
Tippecanoe.
I like that.
Tippecanoe.
All right.
How did that happen? Like a long time ago, that somebody
Right,
just
right,
like
right.
tip a canoe.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
know.
shit. Let's.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Maybe
yep.
Indian.
Carry on.
Roll a canoe didn't sound right.
Right. Carry a canoe.
Yeah, it got too heavy. Just tip it. No, that's awesome. So it's U.S. based, U.S. made, which means I guess
A lot of the parts, labor, all right there in Tippecanoe. So we source here everything that we can. You might have to get a caster from Japan, or China, but I don't even know if that happens, to be honest with you. We are very focused on USA with our Tribal Fire Grill and the Game Changer Smoker. So that's a big part of our business.
it's badass. And then so just kind of paint this picture. This cabinet style smoker that it carries these. You're able to tear a baking tray, and a baking tray's
Yeah, baking. It's like a rolling cart that any any chef will know is what we call a baker's rack. It's a rolling cart. It's 20 full sheet pans. That cart's 65 square foot of cabinet space.
That's right.
So anything you can get on that cart, that you can also smoke in the Game Changer. So it doesn't matter if your brisket's at the top, at the bottom, or in the middle of the cabinet. Because of the 3 convection fans, it cooks evenly throughout.
That's right.
It's pretty
That's
cool.
right.
Yeah, I think one of the things that got me was the you mentioned earlier the recipes that you program into this thing. So you cooking a brisket, you can set up your recipe, and it's not like the traditional thing where like, okay, I'm going to cook at a certain temperature. Your pellet smokers where you can dial it in out 225, and it just goes. But you can actually program this thing to where you can smoke for 8 hours. And then you're like, hey, I don't want any more smoke after that, so we're going to cut that function off. And all of a sudden, we're going to continue to cook until we reach our desired internal temperature. Once we reach that, we're going to go into a warming station. So the pit goes down to 140 degrees or whatever you want to set it to, and it just stays there until
It's time to
you're
serve.
ready to go.
Your time to serve.
Ready to serve.
That's amazing.
We can figure out a way to make it wrap your brisket too.
Don't need to.
Yeah.
Don't need to. And
No?
that's what when I first cooked in the Game Changer, I was wrapping my brisket. I was doing the whole Texas crutch, and it's totally unnecessary because of the way the design with the 3 convection fans blowing it. So you're not directly cooking that brisket. You're indirectly cooking it. And with that, you're getting a higher yield on top of it. Beautiful bark appears on the brisket, and the moisture just pours out when you slice into it. I honestly tell you, I'll retherm this same brisket for service the next day, and it's as good as the day I made it. So,
Come on.
yeah.
Come on, man. So if you're in the restaurant business, barbecue business, we were talking earlier, and this is a pitmaster. It's a pitmaster that you plug in, and you're not having to.
Won't call in sick.
That's it.
Will do what it's told. Shows up to work every day. Does exactly, and like you mentioned earlier, 9 pre-programmable recipes, and this thing hot smoke, so you can do brisket, turn around and cold smoke. Like I cold smoke my soy sauce. I cold smoke my hot sauce. I cold smoke my cheeses. Beautiful. I mean, most of the cheeses you have in the United States today are going to be cheeses that have been rubbed down with liquid smoke. These are real wood smoke, so you can't even believe the different flavors that come out when you try something like a port wine cheese or a Gouda or a feta. Just really unique flavor profiles because they haven't been done before. With the cold smoke capability, you're able to do that. And then the other thing is you don't have to turn the smoker on. So maybe I just want to dehydrate some apples or banana chips and not put smoke on those products. So there's no carryover of that smoke. The way the design is with the convection, you get a real clean, dehydrating, light, low heat. So
That's right. And then the exhaust side of this, you're not having to come back in with a Ventahood.
that's right. We just have to be able to exhaust our smoke through a flex hose, up to 11 foot of flex hose. So I can be 11 foot away from a hood and just project that flex hose right up into the hood, or I can externally exhaust it out of a window. It also comes on really incredible casters, so it's one person can roll it around. I roll it out on my deck for an action station for events. So you have a live action carving station. You open the door, smoke pours out. I'm carving, prime rib. It's a show and tell piece.
That's awesome.
That's really
That is
cool.
awesome. Man, I can't.
And that's a Game Changer smoker. If people are listening at home, you want to check it out. It's gcsmoker.com. That's like Golf Charlie, gcsmoker.com. And, check it out if you want to put in a quote request. And you mention us here at Grabbing the Brisket, we'll take $2,000 off your purchase.
Come on.
Of
Oh,
a
now
Game
we're
Changer.
talking.
Come
There it
on,
is.
man.
Just
Let's
drop in the
go.
name.
Hey.
That's awesome.
Have you put this thing on any like food trucks or anything like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
We have it on. We have it on our demo trailer actually that travels around the
Okay.
country, and it's really cool. So maybe you'll see that this summer. We'll be at Memphis in May, Hogs for a Cause, and some other events.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I see the practical, how practical this is and whatever else. But I look at the small guys, right? The guys are like, man, they're grinding, and they've got a food truck, or they've got a small little building. They can't afford to go out and pay for, they're
Losing sleep.
They're the social media guy. They're the pit master. They're the guy in there serving, carving, and everything else, right? This is how you break this off and go, hey, listen, I don't have to worry about this piece. This piece is taken care of. I can focus my time on sleep, which you desperately need, and then on branding and everything else you want to do, because it's going to take care of what you need to take care of.
Yeah, having the sleep. I used to cater in Chicago for 12 years, off-premise catering, and when you're out there all night watching that offset smoker cooking your pork butts and briskets, and you got gangbangers coming up and they're trying to rob you, and you got the police coming up and they're trying to shake you down, and you're not getting any sleep, and your food doesn't come out as great, and then by the time Sunday rolled around, you're so burnt out and you got a stack of dishes. I mean, I would still be catering in Chicago today if I had a game changer, because that's how much work it would have taken off of me.
Yep.
It's a game changer, but also it might save your life.
Yes.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah.
That is deep.
Maybe a little touch on this green one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little pop.
Indeed.
Yeah, just a little hit. Just a little pop. Yeah. You got it. That's perfect. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like being drowned out by James.
No, that's good. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
We're actually ending the podcast.
It's not the
so
volume. It's actually
just-
the
That's not
texture
true.
of his voice.
No, it's
So
not.
it's just some
No, it's
people
not.
have the voice, some people don't have the voice.
I don't have it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Hey, Tripp. Hey, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy
yes.
shit.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Yes. yes. Hey.
Do I have
Even-
the voice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've got the
even
voice.
Tripp's got the
yeah,
damn
yeah,
voice.
yeah. Actually, Jan, you're out. Tripp, you're in.
I'm muffled. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, we're going to put links down below, folks, if you want to find the Game Changer, find the Travel Fire, find all this stuff. And like you said, hey, mention grabbing the brisket. Get yourself a killer freaking deal.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, love that. Love that. Thank you, Tripp.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Threw down some ribs last night. Used the Chicks That Smoke Spicy rub. Mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke spicy barbecue all-purpose rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke. It's at sucklebusters.com.
Hey, this is Russ.
This is Kyle.
This is Michelle.
From the Infectious Groove Podcast. Join us every Monday for the most fun you can have with a music podcast. The Infectious Groove Podcast uses a positive and fun approach as we take time every week to share our jammy jams, then dig into a thought-provoking topic discussing all decades and genres of music. You can find the Infectious Groove Podcast on all major podcast platforms, or you can head to infectiousgroovepodcast.com to find us there and subscribe. We might have a controversial opinion here or there, but we always have fun with it.
Oh, I'm sure I'll say something dumb.
Subscribe to the Infectious Groove Podcast, part of the Oddpods Media Network.
Hey guys, as promised, once again, we are back at it, and we have a new group with us here at the NBBQA 2024 edition here in San Antonio, Texas, and we are joined with the Boyer. This is the Boyer Grill
Boyer
Brush. Barbecue brush, and we have Sylvester. Am I saying it right? Yep. And then
Freddie.
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 Frederick.
Or Fred.
Freddie Krueger.
Whatever.
Freddie Krueger. The Krug.
Scary.
We're joined by the Krug. The Krugmeister. No,
And they
hey,
have the coolest freaking grill brush I've ever seen. Literally, we're hanging out at the Royal, and I'm sitting there. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I was just sitting there tired, and I see Sylvester walking by with one of these brushes, and I was like, is that a freaking grill brush? Like I said it, I must have said it out loud because he looked at me, and I was like, dude, let me see that thing. And he came over, and next thing you know, we're drinking and hanging out and having a great time. But these things are badass right here.
they are badass, and just like today, we pulled up and we're backing in the space, and we saw you guys getting out of the car, and so we have this brush sitting on our Weber outside. It's always on the Weber, right? We use this thing. We promote it. We use it. We love it. And James gets in the back, and he raises up, and he's like,
Yeah.
hey, guys. And you look over like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
We know
okay,
these
okay, come on. So how have y'all been doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty
Yeah.
good, yeah. Yeah, so far it's been pretty awesome. We've been traveling a lot and just going straight into a barbecue store, in person.
Yeah.
Because this tool is, people needs to get this brush in their hands to really understand, all the upgrades that's
Yeah.
involved in this product. So
So we're getting the word out.
Yeah,
It's a heavy duty thing.
And I don't know if y'all thought about this or not. And I'm just going to say this as a marketing tool or showcasing a product that is, like, products are built to wear out. You know that? Like, everything's built to wear out these days. And
not this one.
And then you guys put a product together, you're like, if you just buy it, you may not need a new one.
That's what we say. So it's basically the last brush you'll ever buy.
Yeah, and that's powerful if you think about it, right? You're not worried about having a sliver of metal that's wound up in somebody's food and into their intestines,
Right.
And it's been perforated, and you end up
ER
dying
visit.
From it.
Well, there's
people die from that.
they've got a story about this, right?
We have plenty of stories.
Right, but it's
about
a
people getting
relative or
injured.
someone that.
Well, first of all, the ID came up with Fred getting actually some bristles stuck in his gums back, about 6-7 years ago?
About 6 years ago, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Kind of, it ruined my meal a little bit.
I bet.
And
I bet it
my
did.
evening and my week after that, too. Because
Right.
you're wondering if you ate some and how many you did eat some.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and we can show this, and obviously I want to show the brushes again and whatever else, but these things, the way they're designed, you have the bristle that comes down, but this is a stainless steel, not bristle, it's a...
It's a stainless spring steel bristle design. Basically, it's engineered, measured to last and basically not fail and
That's right.
adjust to all grills. So it's a re-engineered. We re-engineered the barbecue brush basically completely from the ground up.
That's
And
right.
we eliminated the small bristles that you can adjust. These things are just, you can't break them.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody out there, and I hope this hits home with you, but if anybody out there has bought a wire brush that they use for grilling and cleaning their grills, over time you use that, you'll notice that those bristles have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. And I've seen people use these bristle brushes, not like this, but like the normal ones you see on the market, to where it's almost down to the plastic or almost down to the wood, right?
Yeah,
Right.
that means you lost them all.
That's
Right.
it.
And basically, even the new ones, they tend to shed more than the old ones.
Yeah.
But if you put a napkin on a table and you just basically brush with a standard brush, you're going to start finding those everywhere. It's
That's it.
basically,
Yeah.
So it's nonsense. You should never use those next to food.
No.
Basically.
And I totally 100% agree with you. And I'm just trying to paint that picture for people that, people see like, oh, it's wearing down. It's not wearing down. You're losing.
They snap
Metal.
off, and then they sit somewhere on your grill.
Yeah.
And someday you're going to eat it, and then it's going to cost more than a
Right.
barbecue.
Knock on wood, you've probably gotten lucky, and if you did ingest something, it ran through not having an issue. But there's plenty of people out there that they're not so lucky.
That's right.
They have the issues with going to the ER, hospital stay, all that surgeries and stuff like that. But I mean, you look at the alternative. Like I've seen the plastic versions, to where they're like, okay, this is all plastic. You don't have to deal with the metal or anything like that. But I've utilized those, and they're trash.
They suck.
First of all, you can't use it on really hot surfaces because it just melts. And where's that melted plastic going? It's
In your
going
food.
like right on your
It's gonna
grate.
go on your grate.
Right
Yeah,
on
it's
your
gonna be in your
food.
food.
Correct.
Now you have a different problem. Like that's what I'm saying. Like and there's been other sustainable things, but they're not. I'm sorry, they're not like this.
We follow the classic use of what the brush used to be. So basically, you basically put your barbecue hot. You put it 600, and then you use your brush, and you're done. You don't need to worry about the fact it's too hot and you melt the thing on there. Look at anybody that has a plastic polymer brush; they're always burnt out. They
Right.
forget. One day you turn around,
And you
melt
make
the
a
brush.
mistake. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
So that doesn't work. You got the wooden paddle. I mean, while we were developing, they made the wooden paddle. They didn't make nothing. Basically, just grab a 2x4. It's cheaper. Chop it in an angle, and there you go. But that doesn't go between the bars. It doesn't do anything special. It's not a re-engineered solution. Basically, it's just a piece of wood.
That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we decided to re-engineer the whole entire thing from the ground up, keeping in mind performance, safety, durability, sustainability, because people keep on throwing these away, so it's not something that's good for the planet to keep on throwing plastic, or whatever that's out there. And it's probably the most logical thing that should be used on a barbecue is the boil brush.
That's right.
Yeah, I love that. And so we met you guys there at the Royal, and so I was lucky enough to get one of these brushes and take it home with me, and I utilize it every day in my cooking aspect, whatever. The beautiful thing is that it looks the same as it did as soon as I, when I opened up the package, like 4 months, 6 months, however long that was ago. And I can tell you right now, this thing sits outside. Like, it's not covered, it's not on a shelf somewhere.
It sits on the pit.
On my pit, on my
above.
Weber, just hanging there, and it looks the same as it was brand new.
It's
no rust.
Well, you can't rust it. It's full cast aluminum. There's
I was
no
gonna
fillers.
say, yeah.
So it's probably the first brush I've seen that we made it. That's basically full cast aluminum. So it's all metal. It can't rust. The bristles are stainless steel.
Not rusting.
Spring.
Yeah.
They adjust. And if it gets dirty, or if ever you want to clean it up, you put it in the dishwasher.
That's right.
Then you're fine. It got UV protection. We put everything in there.
Yeah.
Heat-resistant paint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and it has like the springs on it, which gives it a little bit of a
coil, right?
a coil,
Kind of-
like
kind of a
little bit of a
different-
bend to it.
Yeah.
Also, it has like a little kind of like I don't know what you say, kind of like a little notch out to where when you do put it on the grate, it does catch the underneath of the grate as you're scraping whatever. So you're getting top and you're getting bottom.
Yep.
Some people think that this is what's scraping the grill, but it's not. These are guides,
Yeah.
and they adjust to the size of your grill. So you let it sit on the bars, and then you push forward. You don't need to push downwards. You just push forward and back, and you're done. In a few strokes, you're done. That's it. So we made it easy, simple, effective, quick, durable. It's being used in restaurants, so they switched over because they didn't have a solution either.
Yeah.
So restaurants are using it, and we did our testing. That thing survives over 4,500 passes. That's 9,000 times back
Yeah,
and forth with 5 pounds on its head. And the only thing that happened is the compressor died, and we were satisfied because
you're like,
we
we
went
won.
beyond what CSA testing basically describes.
That's
so
right.
the Canadian Safety Standards Association,
Yep.
we did the same tests, and we conformed to those tests.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah.
So you're here at the NBBQA, right? And I know that you guys have partnered with them a little bit and kind of joined that association. And we saw you at the Royal this last year. But how has that journey been for you guys? Like, what does that look like?
It's been pretty awesome. Kel Phelps made actually an article on their Barbecue News magazine.
Yeah.
Nice.
On the November issue. Was pretty neat. So we were pretty excited about that.
Come on,
honestly.
man.
That's
Full
awesome.
page.
So
Pager.
cool.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
Come
awesome.
on.
The guy that wrote it said pretty much that it was one of the coolest and best brush he ever
Innovative.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's a new product.
Yeah.
And,
people needs to get that product in their hand to really understand, all the beauty of it. So
That's right.
it's almost 2 pounds of metal
Yeah.
that you're holding.
Well,
It's gorgeous. It really
aesthetically,
is.
right? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is a very cool looking, unique brush. And when you see it, you're like, damn, I want to use that.
Yeah.
Like anybody that sees it, I want to use this.
We threw the kitchen sink at this issue,
Yeah.
and we made the kitchen sink look good.
Come on.
looks
Come on,
so-
guys.
It
I love
really
it.
is amazing.
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's y'all's path right now? What are you doing? Like,
What's
and
next?
obviously you're
Okay,
traveling.
so since I met you guys at the Royal,
Yep.
I've been traveling around Texas and Florida, Minnesota, Oklahoma.
We're
and
expanding into the States.
Good.
Everywhere we go, most of the barbecue specialty stores,
They love
they
it.
want to be part of the adventure with us.
Yeah.
They want to sell this product in their store. So far we open up over, I would say, 25 stores in the U.S.
Okay.
Before the Royal, since we're from Canada, we really concentrated on developing these stores in Canada. So we opened up to over 75, 80 stores in less than 5 months.
Okay.
So
Okay.
We even got
badass.
like some restaurant chains that are starting to make it a standard. So
Yeah.
it's getting there.
Yep.
It's starting
That's
to
awesome.
get there. Yeah.
Well, thank God you came to Texas because our grilling season here
All day, every day.
We love
Always.
that.
Exactly. Right?
We love
don't-
that.
We don't quit.
Yeah, what's
right?
the season? I don't get it.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like, I can just imagine, like, every, this area, and Texas is unique because it's such a big state and whatever else, but yeah, we have that weather that allows us to be in shorts in January. And I'm telling you right now, if we're in Canada, you're not wearing shorts.
No,
You're not having a short sleeve shirt.
We
day.
still barbecue though. We still
Yeah.
barbecue.
Barbecue.
Just
Some
gotta
of
make
them.
sure it's real hot before you put your
Some
meat
of
on
them,
there.
but it's freezing cold starting from end of November till I would say late May.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the real
Sounds
people,
bad.
we
Yeah.
still barbecue, just not as much as you guys do for that
No,
period
no,
of time.
100%.
And there's a need for this right here all the time.
Right.
Because everything else, it's a no nonsense tool. It's basically the vice grip of barbecue brushes.
Yeah. Come
So,
on.
Love that.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic product. I thought so when I first saw it.
Thanks.
I was really happy to meet you guys in Kansas City, and I'm really glad to see you guys here because it just tells me, like, you guys are grinding. You're out there hustling. You're grinding. You're pushing the product, and
Oh, yeah.
it speaks for itself, right? I mean, like, if you let somebody try it, they're not going to go back. That's the thing.
I
Right?
had a chef. He was like super busy. I wanted to show him. He said, "You have 1 minute to sell me this brush," and I sold it in 15 seconds.
There it is.
All they got to do is hold it,
I
man.
just like hold it. It was the last brush we were ever gonna use, and he just bought it right there.
He goes, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
And get one in your hands.
Wow.
Yeah. Once you hold it, once you try it, it's amazing.
The only obstacle I see right now is maybe the price point because it's a brush that you buy at a store at what $79.95, $80.
It's about $80.
A lot of people will go like, "Whoa, okay, do I really want to spend $80 on a grill brush?"
Right.
Now these guys needs to remember how much money they spent on grill brush the
Right.
last 5,
Yeah, $10,
6,
$15,
7 years.
$20 grill brush that you bought last summer, and then that went into the trash, and so now you're buying another one. So you're already $40 like
It
pot
doesn't
committed
matter.
Yeah.
It
on this
doesn't
like
even matter.
shitty ass brush.
Yeah, that I get it. $20 brush. Okay, this one doesn't leave a bristle behind. You don't have
Never.
something sticking in your gums
Right.
and your stomach or
No
in your
safety
bowels,
issues.
which happens.
That's
Like,
that's more expensive.
this
also
is
to have
this
the-
is a thing
Right.
that happens across the United States, across the world. Is people using these brushes and they have little microfine, little pieces of metal that they're ingesting every single day, and they're like, "Well, I don't feel well." They're like, "Well, Jesus, man, you probably have some kind of toxicity thing happening because you're ingesting this metal, and you have no idea." Or if you're a restaurant and you're serving this
Liability.
you're serving this to your public.
liability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So why not spend the $80? I'm not gonna have to do it again, and all you're gonna do is be the biggest spokesman for it once you use it.
Yeah.
So
You call it a day. The dogs. The other problem is animals also eat the standard bristle brushes because they
Yeah.
taste so good.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a write-off. Basically, you just turn your dog into a porcupine, but from the inside.
Yeah,
And they
right,
can't remove
right.
all these bristles.
Yeah, we
Because
had
that
it-
thing goes to, it won't just eat one. It'll eat the whole freaking thing.
Yeah, there's a
It
guy.
happens.
There's a guy up in Quebec City. He started doing some barbecue competition last year, and he actually bought a boya brush about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he actually told a story about his dog eating those bristles, and he had to go to the veterinary, and he spent like close to few thousand.
He said
bucks.
Yeah.
buying the brush is a lot cheaper than having my dog go to the vet and stuff.
That's right.
So he said it's a great investment. Very happy about it. He tried all the other solutions as well. He just wasn't satisfied. A lot of them don't go between the bars, or they just failed too early. Palmyra is one of them. Great idea, but it takes on fire, and it basically wears out so quick that you're changing them way too quick. Like we are probably the only ones right now being used in restaurants for restaurant use.
Yeah, right.
Which is
For
heavy
a
use.
commercial use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily designed for that. It was designed for everybody. So for home use, on
Yeah.
a regular barbecue, you got no problem. It's built to last.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Based on where you're producing this and everything else, is there a point where you squeeze this product down, right? Where the volume goes up? Do you see this price coming down at all at any point?
No,
You don't.
It's not going to go down because it could go down a little bit, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because it cost us a lot to make.
Sure.
And that's the reason why we're not being greedy. We're not naming a price just like that. It's once you hold it, you know the value of the product, and it costs a lot in production to make. I can't say I would love to make it cheaper, but we have other ideas for that. We're developing other tools and stuff. This is the Lambo of barbecue brushes, and Lambos don't go on special.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I love that.
Own
Dude.
it.
That's
I
good.
love it. Come on. Hey,
That's what I'm talking about.
You buying a Lambo or what? Hey, come on.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
A guy told me, I laughed. He said, "Well, you know, you don't clean. Yeah, you don't clean your barbecue. No. He said, you don't clean your Mercedes with Dawn. You know the
That's right.
the thing there.
Yeah.
So,
The dish soap. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's basically it's a good product. It works. We get good feedback. We don't have any returns, barely any. The website's boyerbrush.com.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
for
please.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please
Okay.
plug everything. Yes.
So the
Social media
website's
is everything.
boyerbrush.com. We also have a really good thick apron. We like to make quality products. We have other stuff coming down the pipe, and we just want to make sure everybody knows about this product instead of going to buy the other random stuff that Midway Solutions non-engineered, stuff that you use water and things like that. I mean, who puts water in a barbecue? That's not, to me, it doesn't make sense. So this thing is good, especially in Quebec. You try to start using water on a grill when it's minus 40 outside, you'll see it doesn't work too well for you.
Doesn't work.
No.
You're
So
good.
yeah.
also, we made a coupon for.
Yeah,
the
we
event.
did a coupon, so we're making a special coupon. It's going to be about 15% off the price off the website, and it's free shipping, ships quick. The coupon's NBBQA.
There it is.
Yeah, it ships out. You guys will get it. We take care of you. If there's
Very cool.
issues or anything, you call us. We take care of everybody. So it's a real company. We take care of our clients.
Yeah.
And
Good customer service.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. So again, NBBQA, the Boyer brush, reference to NBBQA when you're ordering online, 50% off, and you're not going to be sad you bought it. You're going to get this damn thing. You're going to be like, well, money well spent. Even the leather tag on this thing.
It's just sexy. The whole thing's sexy.
It does.
As hell.
It looks phenomenal, guys. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
Really glad to have you guys on to share the story, share the message, and go out, get yourself a Boyer brush, man. We have been excited to use it every single time, and honestly, like I said, it sits on the barbecue grill, and we grill, well, almost every single day. So just to be honest with you, it's phenomenal.
Well,
Thank you.
Thanks for having us here, guys.
Absolutely.
Really
There's
appreciate
more
it.
to come.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
definitely.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right.
Hey, listeners, ever been at an event or business gathering and noticed that one thing just stands out? A simple item, but with a touch of personalization.
Bro, I know exactly what you're talking about. CoolieNation.com, it's all about making an impression. Custom designed coolies that aren't just about keeping your drink cold. They're making a statement.
Exactly. And for businesses out there, listen up. Whether it's at a corporate event or your product launch or you're promoting your own brand, these custom coolies can be your next big marketing win.
Imagine your logo or brand message right there in the hands of potential clients, partners, and customers. It's subtle yet impactful.
The quality and design of flexibility they offer, top tier. It's not just a promotional item, it's an experience.
So for everyone looking to make their mark, whether it's in business or just adding a personal touch,
dive into CoolieNation.com.
Elevate your brand, elevate your events.
with Coolie Nation, every sip is more than just refreshment, it's recognition. Make it count.
So head over to CoolieNation.com/brisket and get your hookup.
Hey, listen, so we're back at it again. 2024, San Antonio is here at the NBBQA, and we are joined here. We have Jody and Dirk. Obviously, this is the Rib Cook-Off Association. These guys are heading it up, and we're fortunate enough to have them on to talk about what this new sanctioning body looks like, and this new cook-off, I guess, sanctioning looks
format,
like.
right? It's a whole new format.
It's new to me, so I'm eager to learn
Dude,
about
I
this
was
whole process.
so excited when I heard about this. I was like, I'm reaching out immediately.
Guys, we are
How are y'all doing?
so excited. Yeah, we're definitely excited. Dirk had this idea for over a year, and he's like, we need to do this. And I was like, okay, well, let's go.
Yeah. So what's it? So I guess just take us to the beginning of this, because what is it like trying to start a new I guess sanctioning body of this? Because obviously we've seen ribs being cooked in other KCBS and whatever else, but this is on its own, right? This is so kind of elaborate on that.
Well, like Jody said, I've been thinking about this for about a year, and I actually bought the websites about a year ago, and I was in no hurry to do it at all. And then one day we were headed to Kansas City to do an SCA comp so she could get her golden ticket. We were sitting in the hotel room about 6 o'clock, and I said, it's time to do it.
Yeah.
She wrote up a little press release deal. We did it, and I had to turn my phone off that night.
Come on.
It was crazy.
Come on.
That's amazing.
And it's just been a ball of fire since then. Getting the website built, she can.
So we took his idea because
Yep.
he had this great idea, and he's like, I want everybody to be able to compete. I want your backyard guys to come and be able to experience this, have fun, make it affordable, and even allow the promoters an opportunity to raise money for their events.
Yep.
Well, he gave me enough nuggets. Being the businesswoman I am, I took those nuggets and put it into a business model. And then I built the website, had the website built. We had it up in probably 10 days.
Come on.
Yeah. But then it was 100% complete just last week. And in this short period of time, we've had almost 500 members. I mean, that's huge.
It's
People
amazing.
are coming out of the woodwork that they love what we're doing. Well, Dirk has sent out about 300 packets out to promoters. And the big thing is they all know in this world, when you're out there having a sanctioning event, you're not trying to get the cooks there to come repay for the prize money. They understand that they need to go out and get sponsors to have funds to pay these cooks.
That's right.
who are driving maybe 100, 200 miles to cook in their contest. And the way we have formatted this is it allows them to bring in their own judges.
Yep.
We don't want... We love every organization out there. I want to make sure that's clear. We love them all. And we're just doing something a little bit outside of the box. So we don't want certified judges. If they want to judge and, they're going to hear our 5-minute spiel as a rep or whoever the rep is for that contest, that's great. But it's going to be the people like you and I off the street who just want to go eat ribs.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, no. Hey, we've been competing in South Texas, well, Houston. We don't do the certified judges out there. This is right up our alley.
Yeah.
I love the people off the streets coming in like they don't know. They're not looking for every rib to taste the same. They want something to taste good to them, and I think that's amazing.
They're not cooking to criteria. They're cooking it's just a good rib.
Yeah.
It's
What
so
what
good.
do I like? I like this. This one was really good. This one was not.
And a little background on Jody and I's cooking. We've done 167 KCBS contests.
Yeah.
We've cooked IBCA, CBA, Outlaw, and well over 100 SCA contests. So
And KCBS.
Yeah.
I said,
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so we just kind of took a little bit of everything and our knowledge and just make it simple, and it's going to be simple.
Okay. Hey, so take me through the scoring process on this. Is like you're going to have certain parameters you're looking for. They're boxes 1 to 10 or however else. But what are you grading on these ribs?
Want me to take that? So there's 3 criterions. The first one's appearance.
Yep.
Second one is taste. And the third one is tenderness. And they're all going to be weighted. So on appearance, you're really looking at between a 4 to a 9. On taste, you're looking for about a 4 to about a 9.5. So we have that decimal. And on tenderness, that's where you're going to get the most weight. Kind of like how we do in brisket and the IBCAs and CBAs. There's more weight on tenderness. So it's going to go to a 4 up to a 9.8.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you need that decimal point because it's how you can. Well, honestly, it's how you can really separate yourself from from the rest of the people, right?
That's right.
Or people you're competing against. So I think that's phenomenal. And I love every time we compete and every time we get into something, I love the fact that you win and lose, or not lose, that's a horrible word to say, but by a .04.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
A .03. You're like, I was right there. But then again, you can win on a .01.
That's right.
And that's okay. By 1 decimal, you win. And that's the beauty of it, right? So
we have our first contest this weekend in Conway, Arkansas. And you know what? There's about 40 cooks that are going to show up. How cool is that for the first contest, right?
Amazing.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's so cool.
That's amazing.
But all 40 of those cooks, they could win that.
That's right.
And so that's what I like is no matter where you fall within the ranking, you're still a winner for showing up.
Yep.
And another thing that we're doing is whoever wins the championship or wins the first place, they're invited to the championship. We're going to hold that in Oklahoma City, and it's going to be a big production. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I think you're going to see some more sponsors coming on here pretty quickly. And, it's just giving back to a sport that we all love and crave, and hopefully allowing these promoters an opportunity to give back to their charities and to their community.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see that. And I can see, this roadmap, and you've seen other sanctioning bodies come on. The CBA is not that old, right?
That's right.
If you think about that. The SCA is not that old, and look how strong it is, right?
Yeah.
So this is going to be something else that sets you guys apart to be just as strong, and it just gives somebody it's like, I don't want to cook a steak, or I don't want to cook in all 4 categories. I don't want, but you know what? I want to do this. And the timetables, right? You're not out there for 15 hours or 16 hours, right? Those people, it resonates, and it's like, man, I can devote a Saturday to this, no problem. I can show up at 6 a.m. and be out of there by 5 p.m.
That's
no
right.
problem.
That's right.
So that's pretty amazing.
And we're giving our promoters an opportunity if they want to mix it up a little bit. We had one promoter come to us and say, "What about Korean barbecue ribs?"
Yeah.
I said, "If you want to put that on the flyer and that's what you want to have, and you have people show up, heck yeah."
Yeah.
Because they have a huge Asian district in this community. Why not?
Right on.
And I know some guys on different tours, they can cook some pretty good Asian ribs.
Yeah.
So I like it that we're going to be flexible enough. The promoter's going to call all the shots.
Yep.
We're just giving them the structure and the tools to be able to put on their contest and sanction it, and then hopefully have a lot of people there at the championship.
So if someone signs up for one of these cook-offs, what does it look like when they show up the day of the cook? What's the outline? What's the timeline for something like this? Is there other ancillaries?
We're not doing any ancillaries, but the promoters are.
Okay.
And they can use our scoring system, our judges, whatever. So this first one's having a wing ancillary.
Okay.
Timelines are kind of setting because they know, 5 hours. But here's the deal. There's no meat inspection. You can pre-trim at home, of course. Just no seasoning or injection. If you want to get to the comp Friday night and you want to cook ribs that long, fire your pit up. Even if the cook's meeting's at 9 o'clock, you can start cooking as soon as you're on site. No rules against that. That way the low and slow guys can cook, all they want.
Right.
And so no garnish in the box, 6 ribs, either baby backs or spares. A promoter can make that call. This Conway, they're doing both. Or if a guy wants to do beef ribs or
you can do beef ribs too.
Yeah.
Any kind of ribs.
Any kind, we don't care.
Holy moly, that's a game changer.
Now,
It is.
Now the promoter will set that. We would never do beef ribs with pork ribs at the same.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Unless it was a double contest or something. But we've had people ask about the beef ribs because they have a lot of beef sponsors. So and that's what I suggested. I said it's going to not be expensive for the average cook to go buy beef ribs to cook. But if you have a sponsor, fantastic.
But most of our structure has been that load-in's going to be about 7 o'clock. If there's an opportunity for them to come the night before for the low and slow guys, that's up to them. Cooks meeting at 9, turn in around 2:30 or 3, probably 2:30 to 3, awards by 4. You're back in your truck and you're heading home.
Yeah.
Mama's going to be happy with you. Mama's going to be happy with me taking their husbands away for a while.
Yeah. No. Right. No, I can definitely see
This
my
is
wife
such a
going,
cool idea.
Can you just go, please? Just get out of here and go do that.
You can also cook on any fire source, electric, gas.
Doesn't matter.
2 cinder blocks and a grate if that's how you cook.
That's really what Dirk wants to see. So if you guys come, please bring 2 cinder blocks and a grate.
We can do that.
Somebody will do it.
We can do it.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
yes.
no restrictions on what you cook on.
Yeah.
So
Make-
however you want to do it.
May the best rib win.
There you go.
Exactly.
That's all we're talking
Who
about.
cares how you cooked it?
Right.
And tell me one time you've been to a comp, even if you're dead last, I won't curse on this, but even if you're
can.
last,
If you want to, go ahead.
that's okay.
We
that's
do it all
okay.
the time.
But, even if you're dead last, still cheering for the people who got first, second, third, whoever heard their name and walked, and that's one thing that we've seen throughout the last 12 years is we've seen a barbecue family in all the sports that we've done, whether it's KCBS, CBA, Outlaw, IBCA, SCA, all of these great organizations. We've seen that family. So now we're giving this family another opportunity to veer off and to focus on ribs.
Yeah.
And really the possibilities are endless. Because I said something about Korean ribs. He's talked about beef ribs, regular ribs. It's really endless what we can do with this.
That's the thing. It's like I had this vision because we've got some really intricate ways we do ribs, and depending where we're at in the state or where we're cooking at, we dial up this over here or we'll change it over here to do this. But at the end of the day, like, you can do whatever you want to your rib. Make it the best damn rib you want. If you want to do a Korean-style barbecue rib, do it, right? All day long, right? If it wows the judges and they go, yes, 100%. 9.5, whatever it is, you just that's your score. Right? I like the fact it's not being so
criteria driven.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's like you lose creativity at that point sometimes. So
well, how many times have you went to a contest and when you're cooking to criterion?
Yeah.
And we all know how stressful. Him and I together in a trailer, it used to get pretty stressful. This, I'd be there every day. One, you're not going to have garnish on your box. Two, you're going to cook ribs.
Yeah.
It's going to be easy.
It's going to look amazing.
It is. And then if you were in there listening to Mark Lambert here at the National Barbecue Association Conference, Mark Lambert told us, put some brown gravy on those ribs.
Yeah.
Never heard of that. He said it's really good.
So, guys, if you're listening, try that because I want to try that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to turn that in, but I'll try that.
Right.
I don't
So
care.
how many competitions you guys have booked so far?
We have 4.
So far, there's 4.
Okay. Anything in Houston?
Had a lot of response from Houston.
Okay.
Nothing booked yet. It's probably still a little early. I've sent out over 300 promoter packets, and people were calling me within 2 weeks, like, you didn't put my date on the calendar. And I'm like, well, you got to register and pay, and because it's set up for the cooks to enter online, and you can enter on site too.
Yeah.
So, but they'll start coming in.
Maybe we need
I
to
think
host
there's going to
one
be a
of
bunch.
I would love that. That'd be
Maybe
so cool.
Yeah, you guys need to have one.
That'd be so
We
cool.
can host one.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
why not?
We'll come and rep it.
Hell yeah.
But will you bring these?
Yeah.
And I can get on a mic and talk?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Guys, I wanted to tell you real quick where all of our comps are. The first one is going to be in Conway, Arkansas this weekend. Then we've got Perry, Oklahoma. We've got, where's the one?
March is in Texas.
In Texas.
Hutto, Texas.
Hutto, and then we have one in Ardmore, Oklahoma. So those are the 4 that are on the books as of today. Like Dirk said, he has sent out over 300 packets. This morning we were and yesterday we've been on calls with people. They're really starting to get with their organizations about to pull the trigger. I look at us really having 2 to 3 comps a weekend, and they're going to be in different regions.
Yep.
So you're the same organization or event and pull them from other events. And what I'm telling everybody, and I'm kind of the fun person, is go and have fun.
Yeah.
Don't stress out about it. Learn something. We are really focused on anybody who wants to cook ribs, but we're really focused on that backyard person who is the king of his backyard cooking ribs.
Yeah.
Come out and have fun. Put down $100, $125 at these events. Help support a great organization, and let's see how your ribs do.
I was going to ask, like, what's the entry fees on these? Going to be about $100?
Yeah, 100 to 125.
That's super affordable.
I think that's very smart, and I'll tell you why. Because I think as people that do competitions and you have a backyard cook or whatever, you only know what you know, right? And you get wrapped up in competition cooking, and it becomes so meticulous, and sometimes we can't get out of our own way when it comes to competitions. And you go into this as a novice or somebody's like, I've never done this before. I know what I like. I've done this a million times in my backyard, and it's so just carefree, I guess. And it comes out to be some of the best damn barbecue there is, and these guys win. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? And they have different methods, and those are trendsetters. He's not the guy that has to layer 14 different things and pick every little
That's right.
seed out with a tweezer. And you know what I mean? Like, and don't wrong. I think it needs that, right, to an extent to be I guess to win over and over and have consistency. You've got to be consistent, right? But at the end of the day, I cannot wait to see what type of ribs come out of this thing, because you're going to see new shit.
You are.
So-
You are. You know, and maybe the other sanctioning bodies, maybe this will go over to that. You know, it's going to allow people to get more creative. And every other sanctioning body that might have ribs as an ancillary, it's a great opportunity to get more flavors out there and to bring new flavors in. You know, we're even seeing a European flair of flavors coming over. Wow, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Let's see what that tastes like.
Let's go.
Let's see what the Korean ribs taste like. I mean, I'm going to put on 30 pounds, guys, just eating ribs.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
So,
So
That's
it's
phenomenal.
going to be great. It's really about giving back. It's, you know, our membership. You don't have to be a member to cook our contest, but if you want to be included, so let's say you come this weekend and you cook and you're not a member. Well, once it's over, those points are going to count. And if you happen to get championship, unfortunately, you're not going to be invited to the championship at the
That's
end of
right.
the year. So for 11 cents a day, what can you buy for 11 cents?
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11 cents a day, you can get our membership.
Yeah.
I
Why
mean, that's
not?
huge.
Yeah. Why would you not?
That's right. So with the sponsorships and the partnerships that we have coming on, it's all going to be giving back to these cooks, all going to give them an opportunity to have the best products, the best knowledge, and to go out and have some fun. And like you said, these wives are going to be kicking these men out the door.
Come on.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
Or
go
leave
get
them
your
in at
friends.
home and bring the wives.
I was going to say,
Please.
and vice versa.
Please,
Yeah.
please do. I
There's
hope.
some ladies out there that
Well,
kill
when
it.
when they see the money for the championship, because the sponsors are already there, the venue's already there, it's going to be phenomenal. It's
gonna
It
drive
is.
They're
awesome.
gonna they're gonna be sad they didn't join. Trust me.
Yes.
Because
yeah.
it's just for cooking ribs. It's going to be some good money.
It is. And it's going to be a fun event. I guarantee you, every bit of it's going to be a fun event. And it's going to tailor to the family. It's going to tailor to the young cook, the older cook. You're all going to go and have fun. And it's really going to be a great venue.
Very cool.
Love
Very
it.
cool. Well,
Love
guys, we appreciate you coming on, sharing this story. You two guys are naturals on the microphone.
Oh,
by the way.
100%.
So,
If people want to find out more, where do
She
they
is,
head?
I'm not.
yeah,
She is.
yeah. So, if you want to find out more, go online. Where do they go?
Go to the ribcookoffAssociation.com.
Okay.
We'll put a
You
link
can-
down below, too.
That would be great. And you can download our promoter packet. You can download our rules. You can sign up for our contest as a promoter. Everything's online. You can even register for your contest online. So it's a great opportunity to go out there, do whatever you need to do on our website. I can tell you that in 14 days, we've had almost 2,300 views on our website.
Woo! Love it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's amazing.
Man, that's
And with
awesome.
over 500 membership, because we couldn't start accepting membership till January the 14th.
That's a hell of a conversion rate.
That's right. Let's go.
Let's
Didn't
go.
you say? Yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
yeah. Yep. All right, well, we're going to make it out to one of these for sure. Jody, Dirk, we appreciate y'all coming on.
Thank you,
Thank you guys
guys.
for having us.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the NBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely, and cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, Sucklebusters, and Dow Strong Knives for their contributions.
And you know Yeti always has our back, and Coolie Nation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing, and of course the Spicy Nut, the Chicks of Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.